Okay, everybody, here we are again. I found downstairs in my collection here my old Fester's Quest. Now, look at the condition of this dang thing. I mean, geez, the box over the years. I mean, I didn't know, look at this thing. What do we do with this, right? So, you got to remember, this was old. Okay? We used to play this game a lot. We used to go over to friends' houses across the street and behind the house and everything to play this game. And the game was really hard for us back then. So, this game is one of a kind in many of the games. Obviously, aliens come to the planet, but... I can't believe that I have this game still downstairs. I thought I had lost it. Find it. It's not in the best of conditions at all. I'm surprised. But inside, it sure is. So what's important about this game? Well, it is in the box, and I have all the original stuff. Okay? So let's take a look here and see what came with this. Because I always put this game back in its box. Back when I was a kid, I was like, put it back in the box, put it back in the box, Now, I don't know how this survived anything back then, but somehow it did. So I was always like, put it back in the box. The instruction manual, I really never even looked at the instruction manual. Never even touched it once, I don't think. As you can see, I mean, it's like basically been stuck in there all this time. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty much mint condition. I mean, look at this thing. So, when I got it, there seems to be some sort of bugs in it. Wow. So, it's in very good condition for what it is. I hardly ever played it. We always thought it was really hard, and come to find out years later, the secret is just sit there, build up your gun first. So just keep killing the same enemies over and over, and then buy a whole bunch of those, what is it, bombs, TNTs, or something like that. There's actually secrets to level skips and all kinds of stuff, and didn't know that back then. This one's fully original. You see the stamp? It's even kind of coming off right there. There's your stamp. And this is how this looked. Hardly ever played it, so I know that it still works. It's gonna have to clean it up. But it's still there. There's the foam still down there. It's hard right here, so the foam's still in there. They always put the styrofoam in there. Fester's Quest, everybody. Very rare. I can't believe I still have the box for it. Some of my boxes disappeared. I still have some of my boxes. God only knows, So the other thing I wanted to show everybody while they're watching this is online you can go and get these remade Nintendo case covers. And this is the remade one. They'll come in a package like this right here. A ton of them. Was it 10 or something? I don't know. 10, 20, who knows, right? Get them on Amazon, get them on eBay. But there's differences. So you can actually tell the original from a remake. So this is an original right here, okay? And as you can tell, it has this texture to it. And this one don't have that texture. This is a different texture than that. This is almost kind of like, all of them have this type of texture. Some sort of plastic molding that they did back then. And so it's almost like little veins and, and this here is just like a complete flat texture. So you can tell a remade case versus a fake case. I should probably make a separate video on that, really. But it's to let people know. They'll go buy a game. Oh, it comes with the cover. Well, no, you got gypped. It's not the original cover. So some of these are pressed out of a machine, and as you can see, the pleated mark here on the case is cut funny. It's like they cut it wrong when they cut it, and it's got indents where they cut it. So let's compare side to side here. As you can see, this Nintendo red is more faded and it's more flat. This one is more shiny, like a shiny kind of chrome almost paint, you know. And this one's more faded. So the originals are going to be more faded. And let's take a look at how the box edges will be. As you can see, the box edge on this versus the box edge on this, there is a slight difference there. But still pretty much remade the same in many aspects for what it is. It's great to still have your cases, but it looks like this has some sort of marking in there where the case is put together right there, as you can see on the inside there. And this one kind of still does have those stamps. What makes them different is a question, you know. They still have the 3 presses down there where it's pressed together. Usually these will have a mark. The texture of this is different versus the texture of this. As you can see, it's got kind of like it's almost kind of like a weird kind of grain to it. And this one does not. It's just a very precise texture. It's a mimic texture, but it's not this texture. As you can see, this is like almost like some sort of like dirt road. You can see the little impressions of the way the plastic melted or formed in there. All of them have this texture versus this light sand grain, whatever. So big difference in texture. This has like veins and like channels in it. So keep on the eye if somebody's trying to sell something for a high price and it's in a case. Look for, is this shiny? Is this like a shiny laser kind of hologram type paint that has more of a shine to it versus the original, which is like a flat red. Okay. It's great to have these cases though. You can buy them if you're trying to put your games in cases, but almost all of them come with that dent right there where they got kind of pressed together. And the originals do not have that, so that's something you could look for. Just letting you know. Now, it is good to have the cases, you know, sleeves, you know. But even here is an original case, and as you can see, the texture is like channels of like rivers, you know. That's how it was. So Fester's Quest, everybody, this game is a very special game from back in the day. Not everybody has this game anymore. They could make a movie on this game, you know what I'm saying, but you know, I don't know, you know. Fester's Quest, you know, everybody. And remember, these game cases, pretty important. I'd buy them. They're real cheap, you know, like $9 or something on Amazon. So, I mean, some people probably charging 20 or more, but I got this for like $9.99, I think, on Amazon. So, pretty good deal. Buy it up now while it's Thanksgiving, right, everybody? Anyways, that should conclude our thing for today. Just showing the old Fester's Quest, going through a lot of old games that are kind of important in reality. If you get the chance to play it, do it up, everybody. It's one of a kind.